Thank you for tuning in, everyone. This is Charlene live on iHeartRadio, broadcasting out of Salt Lake City, Utah on 99.1 FM, 105.9, and 570 AM. And we have a very important person on as our special guest today. I would like to introduce you to Ambassador and Mayor. Yeah, sorry, yay, Samake. You made me nervous, Mr. Ambassador Samake. Please introduce yourself to our audience on iHeartRadio.
Charlene, thank you for having me on your show today. My name is Nyankoro Ye Samake. I'm from Mali, West Africa, former Mali ambassador to India, former mayor of Wole-Sebougou, and I've been running for president in Mali. This is going to be my third time running for president in next year.
They say the third time's the charm.
They say so. I hope so.
You hope so.
Yeah.
Now, what's exciting about you is you studied here at Brigham Young University, my alma mater. So we graduated from the same
Oh,
university. Yes, and
yeah.
I just wrapped up the Utah Bitcoin and Technology Summit at UVU, where you were yesterday.
True, true.
So we've been running in each other's tracks. And then I won't ask you what year you graduated from BYU because I'm certain it's going to be the same year I graduated.
Oh, no, 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 no. Much sooner than that. I graduated in 2004.
Oh, you beat me by a year. I graduated in '05.
Really? Really?
Yes, yes.
So we were on campus at the same time.
We were running around each other on campus at the same time. But
That's it.
you became the mayor of Mali. What city in Mali or what town?
Wole-Sebougou.
Okay, I let you say
I
the
was
names.
the ma- I was the mayor of Wole-Sebougou for 6 years before I was appointed by the president of Mali to serve as ambassador of Mali to India, to Bangladesh, to Brunei, to Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, um, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and Bhutan. 10 countries
Re-
altogether.
all the Pacific region.
Yes, Southeast Asia and South Asia.
Yeah, perfect. Well, thank you for coming on the show. Welcome to our listeners far and wide. If you are tuned in on Facebook or YouTube live streaming, this is Charlene live on iHeartRadio. We are broadcasting on Bloomberg News Radio 99.1 out of Salt Lake City, Utah, and our flagship radio station 105.9 FM. And if you're tuned in on the AM dial, it's 570 AM. And I'm so glad to have you on the show, Ambassador Yay. I call you Yay because I'm like, Yay, go.
Yeah,
Yay. So
yes.
tell us about what's happening in Mali and what you've done to transform not just your community, but the whole country so that now you're on the platform running as president or running for president, which you hope to lock in that campaign in February. February 27 is the election.
February 27 is the date, yes.
All right.
Well,
So tell us about your achievements.
I am grateful for the incredible education. We went to the best university, and you will agree with me on that, the best university in America, Brigham Young University, and I graduated with a master's degree in public policy. And upon graduation, I have never set my heart on staying in America because no doubt America doesn't need me, but my country Mali needed me. So I prepare for return to Mali to serve the people because I believe that to lead is to serve. So I went back in my area and run for mayor because I wanted to give back to my community. I could have stayed here in Utah. I could have stayed here in America. I had a very good job. I have a home here. But it's very easy to hang on to your own comfort. I thought that I can be part of something bigger than just me and my family and serving my whole community. So I went back home and ran for mayor, and the people of Wole-Sebougou were very receptive, and they voted for me as mayor. I must say, the day of the vote, I was actually not in the country. I was here in America, and I was elected mayor. Well, I was still here in America. But It was challenging, leaving the comfort of America, leaving the freedoms here behind, to go back to a country where everything is to be undertaken, including healthcare, education. It was a risk, and I was willing to take because I wanted to make sure that I extend the blessings I have received to others, especially in making sure that services are available and working for everyone, poor and wealthy. So I went to Welesebugu and asked for the community if they would vote for me as mayor. People were skeptical because I am of the LDS faith and one of the few Christians in the country. Mali is 95% Muslim.
Right,
But
right. So
this
did you join the church here in Utah?
I joined the church in New York. I joined the church in New York where the temple is right now in New York City.
Oh,
And this was in the year, I would say September 12th of 2000. So it's been over 21 years now that since I've been member of the LDS faith. So being the only LDS in the whole country of Mali, people were very skeptical, and that this might steer some anti-LDS sentiment in my Muslim community. I said, well,
but
I'm not running.
it didn't. It actually gave you an opportunity to share your faith, and the people voted for you. So that alone was, an endorsement of not necessarily your faith, but you as a person, you being able to come to the United States, see the value in taking your education and your capabilities and your strengths and your just the abilities that maybe you would not have had you not come to United States, but to take that back to your country and offer that to your people. I'm looking at all the things you've done. You've what, opened like 100 schools. How many schools have you opened?
We have built 43 schools in Mali,
43.
which is about 120, 120, 130 classrooms total.
Yes, I got the
So
hundreds wrong. Yeah, that's a
yeah,
lot because you
yeah,
went from barely one school to 43.
true,
Wow.
true. Um, we have a tremendous gratitude for our supporters here in Utah, including Josh Coates, James Arrington, the board of directors of Empower Mali. But we also have Matthew McConaughey backing our
The
foundation.
actor, Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, actor, producer, and the author of the Green Light. And he shared the green light with the people of Mali because he's actually spent 21 days in my country once, and he's enjoyed uh, living in rural areas. And those same people now are under insecurity pressure. So he sends every 7 months, he sends $110,000 for food distribution in those areas. One of our backers, probably the number one backer of the foundation today financially, is John Paul DiGioria from the Paul Mitchell Haircare System. They have John Paul. They have Peace, Love, and Happiness Foundation in Austin, Texas, helping build schools, helping provide water to under privileged communities in
So
Mali.
when you
So
buy the shampoo, you're actually contributing to your foundation.
absolutely, absolutely. JP does incredible work, and he believes that success unshared is failure. So he truly is. He lives by that motto, and together he believes what we can do, the changes we can bring to the people in Mali is just an incredible opportunity. I feel blessed to be part of this big journey and something bigger than myself. But I have been prepared for this occasion. I have been prepared from my education from Mali, learning English from my education at BYU, studying public policy, and now I am very well prepared to serve the people to make sure that we can lift the 20 million people of Mali out of poverty, and that is my goal. And I cannot do it alone. I cannot do that alone. I need support, and having this opportunity to be on your show is a great support already because uh, we share awareness with people who are listening to this show right now, and
Yes,
people can be involved at any level just by supporting by social media, by financial support. And my website is yesamake.com. People can join me in any ways to encourage, to support in any way they can.
Thank you so much for coming on. Yeah, we are live with Samake. He's running for president of Mali. He's currently ambassador to several Asian nations for his country, but a former mayor, and he's really raised not just the people out of poverty, but raised their morale, give them hope and dignity, and that's really all you can ask for. Motivated them to look at what's possible. And we just wrapped up the Utah Bitcoin Conference and Technology Summit at Utah Valley University. And now we launched the Tokens magazine. And Tokens Magazine, what we're doing is we're curating the blockchain technology. We're curating decentralized governments, decentralized communication, and it's fascinating. You will read in the Tokens Magazine articles about what's happening in El Salvador, how El Salvador is actually since 1958 been run on geothermal energy, and they've been run on hydroelectric. So already 80% of their electricity comes from clean energy sources. And in places like Mali, those are the kinds of things we want to introduce, is using the natural resources, all the natural minerals that you have there, and using those to generate revenues for the government. We're talking about tokenizing the entire Caribbean. We're talking about tokenizing Africa. So all your forests and your what do you call it, safari lands, your deserts,
Yes.
with the people going and traveling and exploring, but all your natural resources, we can tokenize that so that the people receive the benefit when you sell your natural resources. And there's no better way to do that than through the blockchain, because you know what corruption does in places. Once the people are exposed to a lot of money, a lot of wealth, they find a way to be able to hide that or siphon that off. But with the blockchain technology, we can really make everything transparent. We call it a trustless system, because you don't need to trust anyone, because everyone has access to the same information. And I want to introduce the blockchain technology and the tokenization of natural resources to you, so you can bring that to further advance you talked about how wealthy your nation is in terms of natural resources. Can you touch on that a little bit? Like, what are your main natural resources that you could really leverage right now for economic gains?
Well, let me just inform you. I resigned my post of ambassador. I run for president. I was ambassador from 2015 to 2018, where I resigned to run for president. But once you're ambassador, always ambassador is
Always
what
ambassador.
the title. But yeah, Mali has been tremendously blessed. We have so many natural resources: gold, diamond, oil, natural gas. You name it, Mali has it. So we have incredible fertile land. For 20 million people, Mali is twice the size of Texas. Two-thirds of the country is in the Sahara Desert, but we also have two of Africa's largest rivers, the Niger River and the Senegal River, where
Yes.
agriculture is thriving, and Mali used to be the breadbasket of all of West Africa. Now, this is a country today that is striking by jihadism and terrorism. So we are working hand in hand with the U.S. government to, keep terrorists out of our country. And America is a great ally of Mali, and we want to have a direct engagement with U.S. government as a sovereign nation. But touching on the bitcoins, actually, it has been my interest because the monetary system in Mali today is very disadvantageous to the country and the people. Not only corruption-wise, but it's been exploited by a foreign nation. Our
Yes.
currency is manufactured and is printed in France by another
Oh,
nation. That is a big sovereignty issue for me. I
right.
believe that Bitcoin could be an incredible alternative that we can promote that in Mali in a way that it also promote traceability. And I think I'm very much interested. I talked to the gentleman the other night who talked about Bitcoin, and I investigated more. I talked to some people here in America, and this is of strong interest to myself. And I need to educate myself and see how we can make the people of Mali benefit for this alternative to the currency we have now, which is colonial, which is exploitative, and we need to get rid of that. So Mali needs a forward thinking. We need a leader with new perspectives, because the leadership has failed the people of Mali for the last 60 years since we got our independence. They are not creating our own identity. We need to find a way to make governance more open, governance more fair,
Transparent.
more transparent, and so
Yes.
that's what I'm working on. I believe in leadership with integrity. Mali is it's in a difficult situation right now, given the growing insecurity in the country, where terrorists have come from all over the world to make the northern part of Mali a no man's land. So the fight against terrorism is going to be in the center of my presidency if the people of Mali give me their trust. I will fight for every citizens of Mali the way they've seen me fighting for vulnerable people right now, the way they see me fight for villages and building schools, providing water and food security to villages. Uh, Before I am president, or before I'm in the government, these are some of the things I was able to do in rallying support for Mali, and I will continue to do that in a much bigger scale if I am elected president of Mali.
Well, thank you so much. We have our special guest. Yes, Samake. He's running for president of Mali, his home country. And we're broadcasting live out of Salt Lake City, Utah on iHeartRadio Networks 105.9 FM, 99.1 FM. That's the Bloomberg News Radio and AM 570. It's so fascinating to be able to broadcast and share these messages with you on the air. Go to my website and just find all the information there, and more information on the Utah Bitcoin Conference that's coming up again in April 22 of 2022. But register now, utahbitcoinconference.com. We will also have this broadcast and the live stream of this broadcast on that homepage of utahbitcoinconference.com. And like I said, yay, we are going to make sure that every citizen of the world, no matter what nook and cranny of the planet you're on, you have access to financial freedom through the blockchain technology. You have access to the natural resources in your own country. Usually in the past, people would come in and they would, build resorts, like in my home country of Jamaica. That's what people come in. They build resorts and then they hire a handful of people, but they take all that money with them. What we're saying is, if you're going to come in to this country or any country and build a resort, you got to pay the carbon credits. You got to leave some of that money right there on the island for the government to distribute some of that wealth to the people. And so that's the kind of model is where it's called tokenizing the natural resources, tokenizing the real estate. And the other option is, there's so many polluting places. Like in the US, we have a lot of pollution and manufacturing processes across the world. So they need to actually buy clean carbon credits to offset their pollution. And so
Mm-hmm.
places like the Sahara Desert, the Niger River, and that breadbasket, that rich climate in Mali can offer clean carbon credits. You don't have to build new developments to reap the rewards of the real estate, the land. You can tokenize the land and keep it pristine, keep it clean, keep it undeveloped, but you can convert those acreages into clean carbon credits and sell those. It's kind of like in Alaska here in the United States, where when you sell the oil from Alaska, every citizen in Alaska gets a stipend, a monthly stipend from the royalties of that oil. We can do that same model across the world. In Mali, you could tokenize the oil so that every citizen in Mali gets a stipend and they can build lives, build their communities. Donations are great, but what if we tapped into and harness all the wealth that's right there on the land? That's what we're
Absolutely.
talking about.
No, I believe every word that you've said. Mali is today we are importing electricity, whereby we should be exporting electricity by
Yes.
natural production, because Mali is between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn, making Mali one of the countries with the most radiation. So we have more solar
Really?
in Mali than almost any other country in the world. So we
Really?
harness that electricity and making sure that, at my home in Mali, I said the example, I am off grid, totally off grid.
Oh,
We are functioning solely on solar energy. So it's unbelievable that up to now the Mali is still dependent on importing
foreign.
electricity, and only 30 less than 40% of the people have access to energy. This is not fair to the people.
It's
But
right
that's
over
why I
your
want
head.
absolutely I want to change this. I want to make sure that every city, every little village in Mali has access to electricity, that 80 to 90% of the citizens of Mali, whoever wants electricity, can have access to affordable electricity, because it is no longer a luxury. It's really a right for every citizen to have access to those, to improve their living conditions. So, as I said, my bright ideas at first were scary to people, because when I came in 2013 as a presidential candidate, I presented a very bold platform for the people of Mali. People didn't believe that those things can happen, but they see those things happening in other countries right now. And clearly, through the years, I was able to provide a very bold, audacious platform for
Yeah.
the development of Mali, for prosperity for every citizen of Mali in a very peaceful environment. So I can do that because unlike the other candidates in Mali right now, or the other leaders, they don't have a proven track record. As a mayor, what I was able to do was incredible. I was able to take Welesebugu, my city, from one of the bottom cities in the country to one of the top in the country. I was able to bring electricity. I was able to bring educational facilities like high schools. I was able to bring impressive hospitals, and also the whole city was functioning on el- solar energy. We had the largest solar energy hybrid plant of all of West Africa. But today, some other African countries have surpassed Mali in the field of solar energy. These are the things that I believe that I will do, given the public power, having the people of Mali behind me. I will serve them, and because that's what I have been doing. I have track record as ambassador. I was able to negotiate incredible deals for economic growth of my country. So clearly, I have a track record that no candidate in Mali today can, from the independence of our country 61 years ago to today, there has never been a leader that has done so much for communities as I have. So I, the people call my party the precursor of the concrete actions. We don't just talk.
Yes.
We have
Yes.
track record. We have impacted communities with water. We have given tractors to villages so that they can be for food security. We have also built housing for teachers to make sure that they stay in rural areas, that good
Yes.
teachers only flocking to the major cities.
Well, thank you for tuning in. This is Charlene live on iHeartRadio. We are so excited to bring to you Ye Samake, and I think he just dropped off, but you heard from the man. He is running for president of Mali. He is here in Utah campaigning, and this is where he went to university. This is where he went to college, and I think we have him back on. Sorry, we had a glitch there. I hope we're able to get this broadcast out, but we've just got a couple minutes left, but I want to thank you so much, Ye Samake, Ambassador Ye Samake, for coming on the show, for explaining your platform and your vision for Mali and for the African nations. I mean, together, if we band together and really sat down and came up with our own economic viable plans based on the resources in our countries, we would be so much farther ahead. And I know it's possible. And that's what I'm saying. We tie in the new technology. I think alongside political reformation, I think technological transformation is really what's going to lift our nations out of poverty and put us in a mode of prosperity, harnessing our natural resources, transforming our thought processes that allow us to think outside the box, per se, and to get on the blockchain. And my passion is to, I'm using the blockchain to break down the chains that have bound us down for so many centuries, and it's very difficult to get a message across without a solution. The tech that we have in place, and you present that as your message, then there's no disputations, as we like to say in the Church of Jesus Christ, the Latter-day Saints. There's no disputations because the solutions speak for themselves.
Of
Being
course.
able to bring water and electricity, you're not having to import electricity because you have the God-given sun right there. You have the minerals in the ground, and we can tokenize all of that. I'll give you 30 seconds to make your last pitch to our viewers and listeners here on iHeartRadio 105.9 FM, 99.1 Bloomberg News Radio, and 570 AM. This is Charlene live with Ambassador Ye Samake. Go, take it away.
All right, Charlene, thank you for having me in this show. And I truly appreciate the opportunity to share my perspective, to share my platform for the people of Mali, and my desire to go back and transform a nation. I have been in Mali since 2009, serving the people, and my heart is in Mali. I truly appreciate America for what it has done, the education I have, but I want to bring what is good from this country back to my people. We have incredible things. We have the happiest people on earth will be found in Mali. Despite our deprivation, people still are happy. They don't believe in material being the source of happiness. We find happiness in our community,
In the
in,
soul.
in the soul, in sharing with each other, in supporting each other. So Mali is such an incredible country, and I hope to make it so stable that people from all over the world can feel comfortable investing in Mali. And truly, Bitcoins is also a big part of my platform because it's an innovation that also Mali will need to move forward to become a
Yes.
prosperous nation.
Thank you so much, Ambassador Ye Samake. He is running for president of Mali, and we wish you all the best. We wish you all the victories, and not only political victory, but victory in Christ,
Mm.
victory in your soul and with your people. As many of our listeners and viewers who want, you can go to yesamake.com. You can do more research on him there and support. But thank you for tuning in. This is Charlene live on iHeartRadio.
Thank you.